Introducing the Octogram test. The Octogram is a test which is looking at your work style. Work style means your preferred work environment, and it really determines what types of work will allow your talents to most fully express themselves. The Octogram test is based on the Quinn model. Now, this is a theoretical model that describes how different parts of your work, different job demands, compete with each other. The model shows two axes. On the horizontal axis, you see that you have internal focus as opposed to an external focus. And on the vertical axis, you have flexibility as opposed to control. With these two axes placed together, 4 quadrants are formed. Each quadrant has been further split into 2 roles, making the 8 roles of the Octogram. Now remember, it's not possible to have high scores on all the roles. A preference for one style strongly suggests a weaker score on the opposite side of the graph. In general, you will have a high score on 2 or 3 roles. These are your preferred work styles and are the key elements you should look for in your career and workplace. Let's go through a brief description for each of the 8 roles. The pioneer is in the upper right quadrant, and it gives you an indication of your external focus and flexibility. When you score high on the pioneer, it means that you are a person who prefers change and innovation and variety. You need freedom and flexibility in your work environment. But strong pioneers have trouble staying focused and find it hard to complete tasks. Also in the upper right quadrant, you see the networker scale. When you have a high score on networker, you're in possession of a contagious enthusiasm. You want to have contact with lots of people. You're optimistic and you have fantastic communication skills. But strong networkers tend to overestimate their chances of success, which might lead to making promises that can't always be fulfilled. In the bottom right, we're looking at the intersection between external focus and the need for control. The first value is the achiever role, and when you have a high score here, it means that you are motivated and energetic and competitive. An achiever is the classical type A personality. Go-getters that can, in extreme cases, might walk over other people. Still externally focused but more in control is the strategist. When you have a high score on this role, you're focused on the future and the long term. You focus on making plans, looking at fundamentals, and goal-oriented creativity. If you have a strong strategist score, you need to remember to keep others in the loop and not to think about the future so much that you forget about the now. On the bottom left, we have the area that stands for control and internal focus. The anchor is really good at details, building infrastructure, maintaining focus and discipline. Anchors are important in any organization to make sure things get completed on time and correctly. The quality assurance department. But an anchor's weakness is that their perfectionism makes it hard to put down a project and move on to the next thing. Too much revision can lead to a lower level of output and an inability to quickly change gears. The analyst role is constantly asking, what if? Trying to get at the facts and understanding how all the pieces of the problem fit together. An analyst's reliance on information and data means that they are not easily swayed by emotion and enthusiasm. But a strong analyst can have a tough time making a decision where there's not enough information. Sometimes you just don't have all the facts, and they can distrust their own instincts and miss opportunities and chances. In the upper left, we have an internal focus and more flexibility. A team player is happy to be part of the group and working for a common goal, and they pay attention to the atmosphere of the work of the group and work hard to keep it a good one. However, a strong team player can sometimes work too hard to maintain that atmosphere and not be confrontational or assertive when the situation requires it. The helper is more focused on the individual. Helpers are the mentors and coaches of your organization, an understanding, patient, and thoughtful person who helps others around them achieve their best. Now, strong helpers have a little bit of trouble setting personal boundaries, so they can spend so much time in other people's problems that they don't get their own work done. All of these roles are necessary in a well-functioning organization, and the key to your personal success is understanding how your own strengths connect with the goals and needs of your position. What is your work style?